Yeah, here we go.
G'day everyone, Brian here, and this is Safari News South Africa. I normally wouldn't bring a story about a leopard cub so small that hadn't been named, or the passing of a leopard cub so small. But this was Tiani, the female leopard's cub, was unfortunately reported on Elephant Plains Facebook page and Instagram that the young male cub that Tiani had relatively recently had been taken by two lionesses from the Nkahuma Pride. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they need to mention it was two lions. Nkahuma Pride is enough detail. One lion with a cub that small, well, the cub's not going to survive, and it really is a story of how precarious life is in the bush for so many animals, especially young cubs like this. Even lion cubs, are very much at risk, even sometimes from their own siblings. Cheetah cubs probably have it the hardest at all. Hyena cubs, all the predators' cubs are highly at risk. But for Tiani, the reason I would mention this story specifically about a young leopard cub losing its life at such a young age is because she's my muse. Now, I'd seen leopards before in Africa. I'd seen leopards from a distance in Tanzania as they call it in southern Africa. And then before I even heard of Sabi Sands, actually I was told by someone in Tanzania that Sabi Sands was the place to see leopards. But nothing close, nothing personal or anything like that. And the first night I was out down around northern Sabi Sands, staying at Elephant Plains Game Lodge, I saw a leopard who was well known back then called Shadow. Again, it was like a brief. We were the last one in the lineup. We got in there, I saw her for 10, 15, 20 seconds, having a quick drink of water and leaving. But Tiani herself, the second morning when we went out, and that was like, well, I was so excited and it's so disappointed I didn't even get a photo. But then the next morning we went out in our first game drive, we got the call up that there was a leopard, and we went into a drainage line and we're going along and another vehicle was coming out, and someone looked at us and said, wait until you see this. So we got up close and there she was, and Tiani was there with a kill. Not her own kill, her mother was also another famous leopard called Sally Eshe from the area, and she made a couple of kills and Tiani was there feeding, still young. She was an incredibly confident young leopard. Even at that age, she was roaming independently a lot of the time. Of course, she's going to hang around mum and get on a free feeds all the time still, but definitely capable of hunting. I can't remember, this was in around August of 2016 was the first time I saw Tiani. So many years have passed since then, 2023 now. And I've seen her many, many times and photographed her since. So that was my real first close-up daylight leopard within a few metres. But she had an attitude, and for those who don't know Tiani, she is big. She would be the biggest leopard or the biggest female leopard that I know of in the last 8 years or so. Her mother also, Sally Eshe, was quite big in all of the Sabi Sands. She's a big girl, still extremely confident, knows the territory very, very well. Basically, her mother had passed away when she was just coming into full independence, and literally that area, Tiani took over the territory, really, for the most part. There's other leopards in the area, other famous leopards in that area, but Tiani's obviously special to mine and many other people's hearts. In fact, I've got a tattoo. It's a shape of my left calf of Africa, but the image, the face, is Tiani's in this picture. She is my muse, my favourite leopard of all time. And if you see why I've got the blue eyes, in certain light she has these incredible blue eyes, and the picture of a young cub or even her other cubs, because she's raised from two other matings cubs. So one female from the first mating out of two, I believe, and another female from the second one. So there was Enzatini, who I spent some time with back in 2019, I think it was, and Laluka came later. So she's a good mum. So it's not, and it just goes to show how difficult it is. See, this one, as far as I know, this male cub, her first male cub, was the first male cub she'd had. But it's very, very difficult, unfortunately, for a single cub to survive. I think in Londolozi recently, I think it might have been the Black Rock female, correct me if I'm wrong, has just revealed 3 cubs. And you really need at least 2 or 3 to get one to survive, unfortunately. So again, it's with sadness, and I know I was watching this cub. So many people I know go to this area and photograph the leopards of Northern Sabi Sands and around Elephant Plains Game Lodge, Tiani and her cubs, in this case. So I was looking at this cub over the last 2 months, photos from people that I know. So a lot of people going to be quite heartfelt about this passing. So some sad news there. It's a loss of a cub for Tiani, the blue-eyed goddess female leopard. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.